What's up, duelists? Evan from Upstate New York, Yugioh here. I just needed to make a quick pre-video for the video you're about to see. I just needed to make a quick apology because we haven't been really too active on our YouTube as of late. I've been really busy with my personal life, and this might sound a tad weird, but if you just look out this window, there's a fucking wrestling ring, because that's mostly what I've been doing. I'm a professional wrestler, and we've been working a lot of training in. So, I just needed to make an apology video really quick, because it's not fair to you subscribers that really haven't gotten to see anything. But we're moving on to bigger and better things. We'll get more videos up. Scott's going to start doing some Pokemon videos. I'm probably going to do a loot crate opening when I get my loot crate. I won a loot crate on a giveaway, so I'm looking forward to getting that. But that's all I really got for you. Once again, I apologize, and I hope you enjoyed this video. It took me a couple tries because I was drinking kind of heavily tonight, but it is what it is. I hope you enjoy it. Thanks for watching, guys. What's up, duelists? Evan from Upstate New York, Yugioh here, coming at you with an analysis for the upcoming YCS Providence, which is going to be this weekend. And I just wanted to go over a few of the best decks, mid-tier and like lower-tier decks that you'll probably see at this event. So we're going to start off by bringing up the obvious of Cosmo. Fire King Cosmo in particular, I think, is probably the best deck to go into this event with, just because it has that sheer explosive value of making a turn 1 Cyber Dragon Infinity, Leviair, Strawman, and Tin Can with maybe like a set. Alongside, even if you don't open a play like that, at the very least, you still open Cosmo cards, which is pretty good. I mean, I guess you have more of a brick ability to play the Fire King build than like a regular build where you just like Tin Can set 4. But I still think the Fire King build is probably the right choice to go into this event, just because I think its sheer ability to open that big board is worth it alone. On top of that, I think Extra Deck Monarchs is also a very good choice to bring into this event. A lot of people say that, excuse me, a lot of people say that the Extra Deck Monarch deck is better than Cosmo, and I just simply disagree. I think Cosmo is a much stronger archetype, and it has better plays. Just me. Feel free to, in the comments section, disagree with me or whatever. Also, what I firmly believe for the to be the dark horse of this event, a lot of people are going to disagree with me on this one. I firmly believe Burning Abyss and PK Fire are going to have a pretty good showing, despite having the new Cherry Blossom card. Just think about it this way. So you have 3 copies of this card in your deck, which is an absolute auto-lose to your Burning Abyss opponent. That requires you to have to draw the card. Obviously, it's you have to draw it. That's kind of my main reasoning on that. Like, a lot of people are fearing Cherry Blossom going into this tournament, which I fully understand. That being said, I actually personally know somebody who's bringing this deck to the event just because they feel comfortable that they can play even after being Cherry Blossomed. But whatever. I think that deck could be pretty good. Alright, so let's go into like a lower tier of some of the decks you might be able to see. I think you'll see some Dracopal. It's not going to be as prevalent as it was last format, when it had Wavering Eyes and it had much more explosive plays, but it still has a pretty solid showing. And on top of that, it just got a couple of cards like Lecter. I think Lecter's like a one-of. And Angel Trumpeter, which is the vanilla tuner, which makes Ignister a whole lot easier and stuff like that. And unfortunately, I hate this deck. You're going to see Cliffort Demise, which I love Clifforts. I think that deck is, well, strap on my helmet. I played the fuck out of that deck. I got my invite with it. I played it at Nats last year. I had a lot of fun with it. This deck is stupid. So the entire idea of the deck is there's this one card called Card of Demise, which, if you've been living under a rock, you draw until you have 3 cards in your hand, and then you discard your hand in the end phase, and you can't special summon for the rest of the turn, or you can't special summon the turn you activate that card, and you can't do any more damage for the rest of the turn after you activate it. So the idea is, like, you do it in your main phase 2 after you've attacked, and you just set your entire hand. So the entire deck runs, like, mad traps, and, like, 9 monsters, and the entire idea is just to broke plays. That's really it. It is the stun deck of the format, if you will. And on top of that, another deck for the lower tier is Domain Monarch. It's not going to be as prevalent as it has been in previous formats, just because with Cosmo being the best deck and Extra Deck Monarch being the other best deck, it's just not going to. It doesn't shine as well as those two. So let's look at some of the Roger decks that you might see there. You could very possibly see... I had a list, just so you guys know. Little trick in my book. Alright. Get a kick out of this. I think Evil Swarm is actually a pretty good meta call for this tournament, just because every deck really special summons big monsters. I mean, Monarch sort of doesn't need to, but it stops a prime play. It's obviously going to be your worst matchup is Monarch, but you could play Evil Swarm, which is kind of nifty because it can main deck everything that also just absolutely destroys Burning Abyss and any graveyard setting deck. You can main deck Soul Drain, you can main deck Macrocosmos, you can main deck Dimensional Fissure, you know, and it's just the goodies. On top of that, we also have other Demise decks like Yosenju Demise or Barrier Stun, which is actually really funny. I was just watching a feature match from the Card Guys E-League in top 8. There's this guy, David Huss, who 2-0's this guy who went, he was Seed 1, and he was playing Barrier Stun. So, like, it was Card of Demise featuring, like, all the Barrier statues and Fossil Mina, and then more Mirror Forces than ever, which is a thing. And another deck you might be able to see there is probably like Despot, because that deck's interesting. It's very complicated, and if you're playing against a bad player, it's kind of like an auto win, because chances are pretty likely they'll make a dumb misplay. But if you come across like a really smart player that knows how to properly play the deck, it's really hard to beat. So those are just a few of the decks that I think that you'll see at this event this weekend. So be sure to give the video a like, comment on it, let me know what you thought, disagree with me, agree with me. Let's have a back and forth about it, because I'd like to know what some of you guys would play. Yeah, tell me what you'll be playing if you're going to be going. You know, I'm sure some of our boys will be there. I'm currently not going, but you know, I might scratch away there. We'll see what happens. Subscribe to our channel if you haven't. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.